Alrighty. Welcome back, Arians, to another episode of People I Don't Hicking Lightning. Alright, I got a good one for you. Matthew Patrick, aka MatPat, creator of game theory, film theory, poop theory, scat theory, what else? Just anything. There's just two things that are good, and everything else is just poop. I forgot what the other ones were. Uh, Food theory, passion theory, and GTlive. Yeah. I think those are all it. Yep. I'll get to a lot of things, but let's just get to him as a person. Like early in the internet, where what TF2 was like a popular game, and like a popular game, like an consistently updated game. He was actually somewhat cool in his opinions, like the way he made fun of the freaking pyro is a woman theory. Those were good. What I don't really like is how he fucking gifted the Pope Undertale. Like, okay, we know how much of a soy boy loser you are, but why Undertale? Why not, dude? About a billion Catholics are out there who pretty much only like a million would ever see the Pope in their entire life. You meet him right in front of you, and you decided to give them what exactly? Literal garbage. Like, okay, it's 2016, and Undertale's kind of a good game, but no one really cares. You could have literally changed politics, changed all these things, converted thousands of people or something. Like, why should some fucking emasculated soy boy who everyone thought he was gay in high school until he got a girlfriend? I'm serious. Everyone thought he was gay. Like, okay, you did good at school, right? Whatever, you were the fucking theater kid who everyone thought was gay. And maybe if things were a little different, you might have actually were, which is the craziest thing. That's why I think it's all just a social thing. But back to what I was saying. Yeah. So yeah, we see this emasculated soy boy of a man gift the Pope Undertale. And like, I genuinely do not think of not even one reason why you would ever even gift the Pope on the Undertale. Like, you would have you could have gifted him anything you've seen value. You could have gifted your kid's heirloom, but I guess you're just not religious. And who, which businessman, like businessman, very like, which very businessman gave you the opportunity to even meet the Pope? Like, dude, every Mexican who was probably watching this video is like in tears and shaking, trying to find if the Pope really did get gifted Undertale. Like, what else? I don't want to get on this. I could spend 20 hours ranting about this, but no. Yeah, just what the heck. Um, sp Speaking of what's it called? Undertale and just being an annoying guy. He used to clickbait his videos. Yeah, just with boobies and stuff. Um, what else? What else? I'd say, you know, his FNAF theories were just like were just made up, basically. What happened is that Scott Coffin made one game, right? He was like, "Ah, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm gonna just make this one game. I'll just add a few posters, yeah, kit sold and animatronics. Nothing really too deep there, right? But suddenly the game gets popular, really fucking popular, and then you have this soy boy autistic guy undiagnosed, obviously, because it was like fucking 2014. Over analyzing, over detailing some basically just an Easter egg, taking like five Easter eggs and pouring all this useless over an analyzation of it, and it gets popular. You're gonna use the fact that this guy basically wrote an entire story for you. Maybe you'll change a thing here and there. Maybe make FNAF do the prequel, do this, do that. Maybe don't show the box, even though you hinted to show the box. And wow, you got an entire generation of early Gen Z kids pretty much watching every FNAF video, playing every FNAF game, buying every FNAF plushie, and you just capitalize on it. And yeah, I don't really think FNAF, the whole FNAF theory stuff, was like all set in stone. I think it was basically him basically working with MatPat. I don't know how they made up the lore, but I genuinely think MatPat literally wrote half, maybe 60% of it. Like if MatPat says this might have happened, oh, it's just a theory, and Scott Coffin thinking, oh, yeah, maybe I should make that into the lore, or it's just, yeah, I don't really think one guy managed to make all that lore without just taking other people's theories. Yeah, that's one thing. I don't really think FNAF sucks. I just think the lore, basically the soy boyish Easter egg, like learning real history. Who cares if Michael Afton did this and that? Like, okay, you have no idea how many hours you wasted just learning all this lore. I probably wasted a lot of hours too, and I'm ashamed to admit it. FNAF lore is nothing. Don't even. I haven't even bothered. What's this new game? It's like a new game. It's like 3D and you walk around open world. But let's get out of this FNAF hole real quick. And let's get back to MatPat. Let's get to the algorithm. MatPat openly admitted to changing titles, thumbnails, and solely to please YouTube's algorithm. Basically, no artistic integrity, just bait. But he'll literally make any theory about any game if its story isn't just, even if it doesn't have a story, he'll make one up. And maybe if, because what he does is he's just, if there is no story, he'll just find anything to make one up with this team of writers, and or he'll just recap the story basically and just give some theories, just explain the unexplained to the dumb people who don't even have any sense of like thinking. Just little kids and dumb people who are like, oh, theory, I'm not gonna make my own theory, I mean, just like my peg. Yeah, it is not, he doesn't make quality content. His content is better than Pyrocynical's, but the quality he puts, you might as well watch SML. He just he's monopolized an entire section of the genre, and that's it. He doesn't make quality content like everyone thinks he does. And the funny thing is, when he's actually wrong, he just puts this a theory in the end of the video. It's a big deflection. What else? I'm trying to find other things, then I can get to the really big thing, because we need to set up the grounding before I can just go all out on that really big thing. Yeah, his merch sucked. He always spammed his merch like almost to the levels of my Linus Tech Tips, and like you would not catch anyone besides autistic kids wearing them. I've never really seen anyone wear that sort of YouTuber, like, YouTuber indie, this and that, like, shirt ever. Like, Like the type of people who would wear pure polyester tiger wolf AI t-shirts, and I like AI, but like fire edits, something like that. They always have like dirty, drooling mouths with dried spit. They talk weird. They don't know how to hold a pencil or a pen, and they don't know how to walk. The type of stereotypical, often white. Sometimes you see black, but that's usually black kids with single mothers who gave them tablets, And instead of watching Gang Gang, they watch Steven Universe. Yeah, getting off track. Let's go back. Yes, it's just garbage merch. Literally embarrassing to wear. Well, maybe he's just he doesn't have any fashion sense, and he's also autistic. That could be another thing. And what else? What else? The only thing I really like is how he often talks over his wife Stephanie, like dismissing her gameplay input and displaying subtle patriarchy or something a while ago. At least he isn't totally corrupt, Like he's just a guy. I'm just hating on what he does and not really him as a person. Besides, like him being like a over consumeristic toy boy. Like over consumerism is not really a good thing. You should always just be humble and like things, but not like them to make them your entire personality. Like I like Batman, but you probably never even have known that. Maybe I give a subtle hint in there, but yeah. Look at me freaking go. Yeah, so what else? What else? Yeah. Some people even think like he just goes on Reddit and also steals other people's series because even though he has 10 writers, all of the 10 writers are in their 20, 30s, freaking maybe even 40s, checking by how some of them look. So why not go to Reddit, maybe find because it is honestly not a bad idea just to steal other people's Reddit posts or like any post that basically like who cares that this comment that got 200 likes pretty much got it spot on and you couldn't have said it better. Might make sense. But it's just bad practice. Maybe credit the guy. Imagine you made a theory and just MatPat made a theory off of it. That would be cool, but sucks to suck. He defended loot boxes, analyzing them as smart business rather than exploitation. Like that is actual like dumb behavior. Like loot boxes don't really fucking mean they're just they're just addiction boxes meant to exploit children into spending 10,000 Robux on Skibidi Tycoon so they can unlock Skibidi boxes that would give them the best Skibidis or something. It's just gambling, but not illegal gambling, which means that they could literally make it 0.00001% and lie to your face that it's like 10%. And like, if you spend this amount of money, they'll give you something to make you excited. Like, there is no regulation, and that's just garbage. There needs to be like big things about it. Just how like they can ban not safe for work material in games, it could also ban gambling. Yeah, it's just a bad defense. Like loot boxes in general are not really good. Maybe skill boxes. Like make a really, really damn hard skill based thing. Like a paid level you can play only once. And if you try your best, you can unlock something based on skill. That's just a theory of mine. Maybe it'll work, maybe it'll not. What else? Yeah, he's just a practical low testosterone soy boy. He cried on camera once. I'll get to the crying part soon. What else? Mm, yeah. Another thing I don't really like is how he injects politics. Like, imagine you make a dumb, stupid, goofy game, right? And he just injects political stuff in it. Like, oh, how the politics of Goober Goose, or look at the capitalism, even though he's just nothing. Like, he just talks about nothing, and what else? Talking in a high pitched voice. What? I'm just trying to think. I guess it's just stupid that a grown man spent 10 years analyzing like Pokemon and Minecraft. Like, yeah, he got paid. Like, who wouldn't do it? But I guess if it's all for the money, I can't really hate on that. But I can dislike him for doing that. What else? What else? Of yeah, he covered some furry and brony stuff, which I didn't really like, and he avoids cool games too. Like he didn't even make a video on Hogwarts Legacy, even though it wasn't even a cool game. It was just slightly political. He has this weird addiction with Diet Coke, which is just soy boy goy slop behavior. He used to be slightly edgy, maybe like being able to cut something, but now he's just dull. What else? What else? He also, yeah, a little bit about. I don't really know much about his film theory side. All I really see is just him over analyzing films. The thing about games is just games could play out very differently. Like everyone else could experience something else. Like imagine you play a game, right, and you play it 2 days later. Like rather than a person who just played it in one night. Like if a dad is finishing a game in 10 days and a soy boy finishes in 1 hour, and I guess he over analyzes films too, that like Disney, but at least those are actual stories. You can't that's why I think the game theory one did better, because dumb people just play games and don't think about it and just watch MatPat videos. Just being wrong about some stuff and just clickbait, like Santa's Nest stuff, like Warriors 10 feet tall, like just garbage stuff like that. There's a lot of bad theories I could just talk about, but they're just not worth it. All right, I think I can get to the good part. You know how MatPat, right, has two relatively popular channels: Film Theory, Game Theory, and some could even say GTlive. The Trinity, not that's too of a good word. The trio, I say. The trio. One we could talk about films, one we could talk about games, and the other could talk about play those stuff and watch a show, play a game. Yeah, that's a really good thing. And now you have to remember, he wants money, but he's also kind of not. Even though he has a high IQ, the amount of estrogen and brain farting diet coke he drank screwed up his brain, and now he decided to take the love for a goy slob and make a new channel called Food Theory, where all he does is just talk about nutrition, which would not just be a theory, it's just would be basic science. Like, okay, yeah, awesome. There are more fries in McDonald's than the Wendy's. Like, yeah, maybe the Merrimat will like it, but no one else will. Like, there is nothing of value of talking about food, especially just fast food and garbage food, which the majority of people don't even eat all that often. So you'd basically just be just it will basically just be an American channel, more no, nah, so maybe Western. So you wouldn't even have the population demographic of anywhere else because I don't think every restaurants in every street corner of Indonesia or Pakistan. So yeah, food theory just sucks because it's not a theory. It's just food science. Like, okay, thank you for telling me which one would has 10 more calories and would be worth 2 cents more for my dollar, but that's just garbage. All right, now we brushed up one garbage channel. Let's get to the next. What else? Oh yeah, the worst of them all, if I remember, is fashion theory. And not really theory, just culture. And you're not really theorizing about everything. You're just documenting what fashion and its culture is. Like, okay, yeah, we know skinny jeans were a thing back then because of this and that, but who cares? Who cares that lipstick and showering? You don't have to wash your legs because you shower and the water drips down. That isn't theory. That's just fucking science. So you just made two garbage channels, and you're planning on just spending the equal time you spend on game theory, film theory, and GTlive on those two extra channels. You could those two channels would basically just be cancers. They take and give nothing. So yeah, two garbage channels and that aren't worth anything and give out no value. Okay, well maybe they'll get popular. Maybe they'll find a demographic. Oh wait, no, you're gonna fucking quit. Yeah, you're gonna quit. You're gonna retire. Uh, I'm like, okay, yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, MatPat. Goodbye, Matthew. But my question is, why even retire? You have two obviously garbage channels, which you just need to call, okay? Okay, I know you've been planning this for a while, and you finally have enough, like, revenue and people to start making things, but you retiring would basically just kill your channel, just take out the whatever soul it had. Because most people what were watching basically were just watching it as comfort garbage, like unhealthy food. And if you just take away the character from it, the food part of it, you're just seeing some random guy talk about puppy playtime. Like, okay, okay, sure, MatPat, but puppy playtime's really popular. I might as well see what it's about. At least you can summarize the game and tell me the lore and explain everything so I don't even have to bother playing the game or even knowing anything about it. Okay, thank you, MatPat. At least he could have been that. But no. He decided to make two garbage channels that meant nothing in the grand scheme of anything that ever schemed ever. And what what for what? Just to just say he is overwhelmed and he'll give his channel to force individual people. Because I feel freaking sorry to the fat guy. All of them are fat. I think all three men who like work on food, game, and film are fat. Just balding, either balding, beards, and fat. A combination of all three, and all they're all white too, as white as an American can get. But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, and fashion was given to some random void. Oh yeah, no, she just got scammed because now she just has to run a mediocre channel. Like, let me just look it up. How am I? How? What? Oh yeah, don't forget GTlive. He gave GTlive to some random void too. And he was like, I no, I can't give it to two of my male friends. Let me just give it to another female. All right, let's find game theory. Let's see. Ooh, haha, it's fucking fallen. Like, he always. Even the fucking FNAF video has like 1 million views. And usually FNAF videos used to reach 10 million over a span of a time. It's been about a few months in this 1.3. Damn. Just Minecraft theory is getting 700,000. Pokemon theory is getting 400,000. Even like this is soy boy shit. This is like soy boy shit people would gobble up. Even Silk Song didn't even reach a million. I'm like, okay, he isn't doing popular anymore. It's just okay. That's sad. But if it was MatPat talking about any of these popular things, people would give it so many views, and now it's just some random guy you wouldn't even know about talking about fucking Gigaland. You know what Gigaland is? Or Joyville. Do you know what fucking Joyville is? Uh, oh my god. Do you know the lore of Welcome Home? Or Finding fucking Frankie? Finding Frankie? Do you know what Finding Frankie is? Dress to Impress. Oh, that's a Roblox game, but like people will watch this if it wasn't fucking just if it was MatPat, okay, you gotta pass. At least I'm a dumb little loyal soy boy who watched this as a comfort show. But this is just no one cares. Like let's see the MatPat's final theory: 10 million, 6 million, 1 million, 3 million. Like during MatPat, every video would reach a million views, million, 4 million, million. I'm not seeing anything below 1 million, 5 million. Like the lowest it do is like 1 million. It would not get below like 5 million. FNAF would get 6 million. Dream would get 6 million. Another FNAF 7 million. FNAF was an automatic 5 million. Minecraft was an automatic 5 million. The average view count I'd say was 5 million. And like at worst, if no one really cared about fucking this, 1 million. And now let's go up. It's not even getting past 400,000. 300,000. I'm sure if I look hard enough, I'll find something with even less. Yeah, this is Game 3, the biggest channel. Let's just go different channel. Oh, what else? What else? Where else? I'm looking for the channels. Here we go. Film, food, style, and live. Film theory. Oh my god. Half a just half. 200,000. If I scroll hard enough, I'll find something with below 100,000. Yeah. Uh, Even like the big topics of digital circus only reached like a million. And I'm sure if I've even said the word digital circus, that would get him like 10 mil. Uh, Invincible, not even a million. Yeah, no, he just killed the fucking franchise. He had the monopoly on theories. Like imagine you had the monopolies and just making high quality edited, but you had a group. You have a group of people, your team. Like okay, you have this massive team who would loyally watch every single one of your videos. All right, I scrolled down far enough. 2 years ago, MatPat made a theory series about the digital circus, 5 million. FNAF 6 million. FNAF movie. Random thing about no one knows, 3 million. Like 2 million, 1 million, 4 million. just like last time, never really getting below 1 million, despite this being like the little brother channel, right? And then some random guy just takes over his channel, the last theory, and it just falls off. And the fact that they just don't realize that this is just stupid. And let's see, food theory. 100,000, 100,000, 100, 100, 100. Basically, the equivalent of 10 million MatPat views is like 1 million on food theory. It is. It hasn't even gone through 1 million fucking views. Let's see, when's the last time it ever got 1 million views? Like the last time. 9 months, not even 1 million. 1 year ago, not even 1 million. And the titles and thumbnails just sucked. MatPat literally just turned this into a nothing channel. It's like prepare now, never broken again. Like he has to put the word food theory so people know it's a fucking game theory video, because what I realize is not now they just put the theory part, like so everyone knows it's like a theory video, because these people, no one knows these people. Oh, here we go. The last time they reached more than 1 million views was a year ago. You know how bad that is? It's almost oof. And yeah, okay, this wouldn't even be a bad channel by all means, because the videos are highly edited. They're as well edited as game theories, basically game theory videos. Well scripted, a group of people made it. Their topics aren't bad. The topics aren't bad, but this isn't a monopoly. This isn't gonna work at all. And style theory. Let's see. Style theory. Oof, oh my god. This poor soul, this dark-haired, green-eyed woman, probably like a mix of a mixed Ruski or something. Maybe she had dark hair in high school and like became a fashionista, because what I realize is when women have flat hair, A1 hair, they had this whole addiction of just styling their hair and basically getting into styling. So let's see. 40,000, 80,000, 90,000. Last time she broke through 100,000 was about 3 months ago. She uploads the once every 2 weeks too. 3 million views, by the way. It's just sad. Like, of course, these accounts got a massive, massive, massive boost and have massive quality into them, but no one cares about fashion. Fashion theory is just about the worst branch you could ever talk about. I don't even want to bother seeing the last time we got 1 million views, but I can't help myself. Let's scroll down. It's probably more than a year. If I had to make a bet, I'd say it'd be the first video with her or the last MatPat video. And I like how they have to put, here we go, 1 year ago. But it was very close to MatPat's side of things. MatPat's final glow up, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so after making 4 videos, no, actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After making 6 videos without MatPat, she just never reached 1 mil again, and eventually dried off. And now she makes In a month, she hasn't even reached 100K. 2 months, 50K. Yeah, I think actually the worst performing one is GTlive. Yeah, not the most popular channel, the lowest of quality edits. And yeah, some videos would just, I think technically it would do better since she uploads more, but just garbage. It's some ginger woman, and she might be hacking queer. Let's see. Oh yeah, go she day, she slash day. All right, and only 5,000 followers despite 3 million fucking subscribers. That means only out of 3 million people, right? 3 million people, only 5,000 ish would even bother. And what I really have to say about this whole sort of deal is just why? Why would fucking MatPat do this? Why would MatPat kill two good channels and two higher mediocre? Like, not good, not even slightly good, just better than like pure mediocrity, just slightly above it. Just because he was on it, his picture was on it. If I was MatPat, I'd just bite the bullet. I'll just say, yeah, I fucked up. Because he doesn't even put any effort. All he does is just play video games on stream with his wife. So he's hanging out with his wife all day, playing video games. I'm sure half of your dreams will be to play video games with your wives, but it's just a very consumeristic way of thinking. Like, it's cool to play games with your wives, but don't make it your entire personality. So you play video games with your wife all day, having fun, and then 10 of your script writers and editors just tell you, okay, here's your script. Go into your little cock closet and read it out. And he just reads it. All MatPat ever did was read. Maybe for a very good significant portion, he didn't read. And I could respect him for doing all that work, but he just was reading. He was doing nothing. It's almost like I play a game. One of my writers just tells me, okay, here's the script. Just do this. To do what I'm doing right now. You see this mic? Yeah, this mic. And talk. And we'll edit it. We'll fix the audio. We'll do everything. And all you have to do is just give us 30% of what you make. And I get it if he's like, if he doesn't know how to like financially manage his money and just gives his editors everything, and he just got tired of it and it was like, editors, you can just keep the channel, just give me like 10-20%. But that isn't really even financially viable. Like, just Matthew, just all you have to do is just read a script. Like, okay, even if, let's say at the prospects that you bit the bullet and you shut down GTlive, you stop doing GTlive, maybe like on special charity occasions. You shut down two of your channels that you didn't really need. Maybe like I'm trying to like give them away. Just maybe you could still give them away, but like just not be affiliated. They would just be separate now, someone else's property. And he would just continue on working on film and game theory and letting all the soy boys just drill and pay you. Like, that's what I don't get. Like, yeah, you're greedy. You obviously are. You're making all this merch. So what is going on inside your brain? And I do have a few theories, but none of them even stick. Like, that, it's just this much of an enigma. Like, his logic is thicker than any FNAF lore. I don't think there's any Easter egg to this too, so I don't really get it. Like, okay, you got tired. No, you wait. All you have to do is just voice act, and that's it. You could do more, which would be better, but you could just voice act. No, no, not voice act. What am I saying? Talk. You talk. You use your little slightly high pitched theater kid voice. Nothing else. You talk. You don't have to edit. You don't have to do anything else. You have two extremely fat guys who will do everything for you. And like a few cheat dayers, I guess. So you do nothing. Amazing. They make money. You make money. Everyone's happy. I just don't get why you started crying. Like, what you're doing isn't hard. Not by a long shot. Like, a school kid puts more effort than you, because at least a school kid, if if the school kid's like smart, right, only has to do like 3 hours on homework, maybe once about a week or something. So we're talking about a kid who isn't even 13. Like, just basic stuff, like just homework. And you do less work than a little 13-year-old, 12-year-old kid who goes to school, because the kid has to wake up early in the morning, go to school, do the work, listen, and not be disrupted. And that's more time than it would take you tenfold, 20-fold to just record yourself talking. You could be as lazy about it as well too, but you have enough editors just to take 2 shots and they'll just splice your voice, pick the better option. You could do nothing, and if you want to do less, you could just allocate 50% of the budget, because I don't understand, if you genuinely want to budget those two other channels because you love the topic, just pay. You could just pay. You obviously were making good money. So it's just stupid. There is not one theory besides stupidity, autism, or just he didn't want to do, not like lazy. Like, okay, and guess what? This is just a theory that I have. We genuinely, MatPat is genuinely too much of a cock. Like, the only good thing that ever came out is just that he met Scott Coffin. I guess you met some fat white guy who never showed his face, and he showed his face on your channel for free. And okay, awesome. Over. 5 channels dead or dying. Basically, you just ruined like your. If you were friends with these guys, then you just screwed your friends too. Like, imagine you're working with your friend, right? You have this awesome gig. You do nothing but edit videos about video games. You play video games. Maybe it's even fucking funner when you're a script writer, right? You don't even have to do like boring editing. You just have fun with friends, and you have fun with friends. You play video games with fucking your two little soy boy friends, and maybe even Matthew would tag along if he isn't too busy doing jack squad nothing. And wow, awesome. You're making about 100 grand a year, maybe even more. Because you gotta understand with the merch and such, and like the views, I'm sure MatPat's making about. Let me just look it up. How much was MatPat getting paid before he left? And why did he leave? Let's just ask let's just steal theories real quick. Let's steal a theory. It wouldn't hurt, right? Because I don't think he has much of a team, because I think the amount of money he's making, he could make his own movie or game. It's telling me he wasn't an employee. He was an owner of a mass media conglomerate. Four massive channels, 40 million subscribers, high volume merch sales. This would likely put him between 15 million to 35 million, and 5 million in ad revenue, and 5 to 8 million per year in ad revenue alone. His net worth would be about 30 to 40 million. Oh my god. All right. All right. All right. There is nothing. He said the channel wasn't failing, but the lifestyle was unsustainable. Okay, then scale it down. Just hire 20 more people who'll do everything else for you. The issue isn't that it's just hard. Maybe just don't hire your friends. No, keep your friends hired, but just hire more people to work with you. Maybe even more friends you could hire who'll do the merch sales, the planning. Because if you're making 48 million a year in 5 to 8 million ad revenue alone, right? Let's just say ignore the merch. We just shut off the merch or everything else. You're making 8 million per year. You would literally you could literally sit down on or lie down on your bed, a microphone in your hand that's Bluetooth, and a screen on the wall, and you would just read it. And you could do nothing else, and your channel would still be the same, even if you didn't like over prioritize your entire life on something that you don't even need priority for. You don't need to do all these big stuff, and it's just dumb. Like, okay, you retired early and you screwed over your friends. Well done, Matthew. Well done. Like, you could have gotten more money, which isn't really a good thing to say, but he he's still an executive producer and like a creative consultant with everything. But if for if he just had two channels, right? And he uploads every week, two channels every uploads every week. Awesome possum, right? And two channels two videos every week. This wouldn't even be a fucking daily task for him. Not even a daily task. Like, he could be, if he made this a daily task where a portion of his day was spent, what he could do is just upload daily on both channels. Yeah, but editing takes time. Maybe not. But he could just have enough voice footage, and then just have enough for months, and he wouldn't have to talk for a while. There is no burnout here when he could just talk. He could play a game or he could not, but he has to talk. He has writers, and what do I have to say about this? This is just sickening. Like, the stupidity here is just sickening. Honestly, I think I should edit this video, but because it's getting a little long. But there's cool background footage here, and I'll probably have to make the background footage more than 30 minutes so I don't have to like go back on the video. But yeah, thank you, Aaron, for getting me the mic, and goodbye, everyone. And this is why I dislike MatPat, Matthew Patrick's, or whatever his last name was. O algo.